Yeah, I just got on my computer. Nothing to worry about. I'm ready for relay. I should probably practice end fight more, but I don't know. My hands are so cold because I was just outside. This.
Win.
I'm ready to win.
Good. I like that mentality.
What about you, Spropl?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's Twitter mentality. I need to hear you say you're ready to win. see some southeast perch, bro. What the hell? Nah. Hey, where should we go?
Actually, you probably should install a data pack or the mod before I do anything.
Yeah, I do that.
Thought I had it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be your ref for today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 1.16 seed into the chat. So into your team chat, so you can go ahead and load into it on pause, and I'll give you a 2-minute warning, and after that, I'll give you a 10-second cap.
Alright.
Yeah, Danger, I'm just gonna be practicing, so tell me when you're close to done. Yes.
Alright.
Only I
Are you gonna
watch.
stream it? Are you gonna stream it in chat, in voice chat? Danger. Why?
So I don't want to risk lag.
How am I gonna watch?
Do the Danger 145 on March.
Facts.
Alright, here's your approximately 1 minute warning.
There's the macro. If you wanted to see it. I'll watch Danger on my phone.
Do that every night.
Slow.
Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh, danger.
We're in it to win it.
Go. Get the hay bales. No way he's getting the hay bales.
Oh, that was just stone. Not even a sub 2 enter. Oh my
Reset.
god.
Reset.
Done it.
Fortress. No way.
Oh, you. Okay.
Oh,
Now we're gonna march on for the main quest.
he's cracked. Yo, is that a flash?
So what are we doing here? I'm assuming
You trade with the piglins, they can give you pearls.
the line. I'm assuming it's cap. Do both of these here. Actually.
You should eat some bread. I'm not trying to backseat or anything, but
We'll use bread, right? I am here thinking he's all that.
he ate the bread. He's a team player.
That's not the most. I guess it's okay. I'm not trying to get a world record or anything.
What
I have to put some- Don't need a sword.
Dragon. You used to kill a dragon.
What's gonna happen?
Damn, no pearls. That's unlucky.
This is actually getting a little
You could blind it
right now.
right now.
Trade. Need a little bit more. Well, I got a little bit more. I actually need a little bit more. Oh, it's
Oh! Oh! Plenty. Oh, is that a fire res pog?
wasn't a fire resistance.
Flame pog. Andrew, this is like sub 6 blind right now, bro.
That's true. I hate the fire resistance.
What are you gonna do, educated?
I kinda have to.
I mean, you have a calculator though.
You don't tell me what to do anymore.
Wow, okay.
This plan, right? The second spawner is closer to the portal, so I'm gonna go there.
No way.
I call this strategy.
That's time save.
Call this strategy. Who did I pay for these blaze rings?
I'm pretty
Paid somebody. It's not in that below stuff.
sure. At 6 now. Cry. You have a diamond pickaxe. You have so much time saved.
I guess I'll leave on 7. Or I'll take all the trash.
Be on 8. That's extra safe.
Extra safe. I had a calculator.
No.
I only
You're
need
gonna go
to put 2 eyes.
8 for 8 iron breaks first.
I only need to put 2 eyes though.
No.
That's the route. Freedom. Where'd it go?
chat's popping off right now. You're probably like 8 minutes ahead. And when I say chat's popping off, I mean like I think chat's popping off. I'm not cheating. Okay. Why is it huge?
1,000 blocks away from spawn.
That's it?
Watch this. Watch this. Over here. Oh, that's not 100%. That's fine.
What is it?
I'm at 56%. Now the
That's-
eyes broke.
That's like a
Yeah, it's
that's,
a
a
one.
good, that's like a blaze drop chance.
And I got a lot of blaze drops.
So you're fine.
Don't worry, I can throw a third eye once I goo the place. One of the eyes broke, you know what I mean?
Let's go.
It's actually just straight this way.
Let's go.
Kind of remarkable how it's just in one straight direction.
Our next was actually exactly.
That means we're trash.
I think the next match is next month.
So you're saying we're gonna win?
Yes.
Right. Blinding educating in bashed, not in
Bastion. I spy. Parade.
Dig down here.
Danger, you're gonna.
The lava even is.
No.
It was I Spy.
It was?
It was I
Spy?
Spy.
No fucking way, dude. What? 56%, bro. You're capping.
56% is
You have-
basically
Oh.
100%.
Danger. Danger's on sub 12 pace.
I have like 6 bets.
Dude, this is so free. Oh man.
Whenever
Who are
I
we
do
even
a-
going against?
Whenever I do a practice, I
Now we're winning. But we're fine.
like die. And when it's not a
It's
practice,
Spropl, your profile is now in TikTok.
give me the danger perch.
Who are we going against?
Think T-Wags.
Oh yeah. Do we have to beat T-Wags, bro?
Let me get this calculator out of my face.
Dude, you're actually gonna sub 12. That's actually insane. What if you PB?
This would have sub 11 if it insta-perched. So it's actually kind of unlucky.
What if you beat 11:35?
And I'd have to beat it in the next 30 seconds.
So you will.
So you're saying, practice. That looks like perch movement.
Or could you react a little later so it times up with the stream?
That happens in the perch. Wow, alright. Get ready for the danger perch of 6 minutes.
6-minute purge.
It's not going to be
Christ.
11:35, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, the Spropl stream hog.
I'll go further in. The average perch.
Oh, 11:35, Sag. It's over. In
Well, it's
PP.
not sub 12.
What's relay world record?
I don't know, I think someone got like a sub 12.
So you lost.
It's not a perch either. Come on. It could be.
Did you throw the pearl?
I did not do it.
Okay, good.
Alright, he's just dancing around the perch spot, but not perching.
Wagon.
Thank you.
I won't choke one cycle.
I know you said relax or react later, but it perched.
Thank you for the info. Did you hit the one cycle?
I'm in the middle of the one.
So you did.
4+1.
Kind of
It's
mid.
a sub 13.
Cool. Are you in the
Dangerous.
portal yet?
I'm in the portal.
Credits, yes or no?
Credits.
Go.
I can go.
Go. Go, Spropl.
That was kind of cool. I guess you could say speedrun.
Good job, Danger. I'm proud of you. You played that really well.
I did play that well.
Okay.
Good thing sub 11.
Oh, skill diff, I guess.
Should have done some cycle.
They're probably not even a sub 18, not gonna lie. So you have plenty of time.
They probably just reset again.
Yeah.
Actually get the 50% off there though.
Scared. Can't believe you hit the ice bar. That's actually correct.
I didn't think I was done. I was
I
prepared
know.
to not.
I didn't think you were gonna either, bro. That's definitely a real lava pool.
Yes. Natural.
Naturally generated. Three pickaxes. Oh,
It's like paused 29 times.
you lost 29 times.
I don't remember pausing it.
It's not positive.
I only remember pausing on the... Okay. Maybe it crashed, maybe it counts as crashing this pause. No. I don't know how I paused.
Where do I get gravel?
Should.
Does it spawn on the side of oceans?
Doesn't it just spawn at the bottom?
Yeah, but then you have to go down. That's horrible.
It's true.
Oh, it's something there.
There's turrets right there.
That's definitely real gravel.
That is real gravel.
Oh, this could be real.
Sub 3 enter? Dude, that's
I
kind
think
of
I'd get
crack.
food from chickens.
Oh yeah, cringe.
Hey,
That's like 10 chickens, bro.
where do you see the turret? Oh wait,
Definitely 10 chickens.
that's the screenshot quality.
Goodbye.
It's the bit rate. Oh, rip that piece of chicken, bro. How do you only have 2? Oh, you have 3. Do you have any run flows?
Yeah.
You should be fine. Kill the children.
Okay, Spropl been practicing for 10 minutes.
We're like 20 minutes now, because I was practicing while you were going.
Did you know if you punch an animal while sprinting, it won't drain hunger?
Kind of decently soon.
You should try that.
Enderman.
Oh, Enderman, that's free, bro.
I'm not gonna try to kill him in the overworld. It's always like.
Yeah, they always just TP away. Danger wouldn't understand. He doesn't play it.
Sorry.
It would be useful to have an eye, though.
That's facts.
I have time to kill, I guess.
Put him in the boat.
Yes.
I think he's gone.
You missed your chance.
You missed your chance, bro. That's like a 20-minute time save. You could have built your tower over the stronghold, like I did.
What if it's in a mountain?
It's fine. Just get the mountain Enderman.
Oh yeah, you did build it over the stronghold.
Oh, it's a fortress spawn. That's pretty poggers. Oh, sheep.
Check this. Okay, I am on easy.
See, it's in a closed spawner. It should be at least, so literally free infight. Blaze fight.
Free end fight.
2 for 2 pog, dude. The good rates. Alright, this is
What's my place rates?
Wait, is that in closed? I literally can't tell.
7 to 10.
Yeah, it's not enclosed. That's a shame.
I need to live it as enclosed.
You should easily be able to do first night. Easily, as long as the rates are pogging off. He's cracked. Still had 2. Let's go.
The first blaze rates ever seen.
Yeah, all the blaze rates from Danger transfer from Spropl.
Still at 2.
You can I spy.
It's okay, it's a 8-eye.
Nice. We love these rates.
They love to give bad blaze rates to the 0.9 players.
They make the hardest blaze fights even harder.
Not making it 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I've done like no
The worst blaze, worst flint rates of all time.
I got 6 gravel in a row.
That's 1 in a million, Danger. Just like
Everyone's technically
That's bad.
one in however many people in the world.
Rack's a problem.
It's a lot of flint.
4 flint? That's like 16 arrows. Fuck.
Checking.
Jesus.
Maybe drop a rod.
Okay, safety kill.
I bet he tried to.
They're only at 8 minutes. Like, oh, they're fine.
There's gonna be some
Danger's sub 13. Sprople's gonna sub 28. I'm gonna sub 25. Yeah.
And I'm still at. Okay, I got 6.
You went 7. This guy will drop you 7. I guarantee
If he
it.
drops 7,
I told you.
I'm gonna
I
do
was
nothing
here.
if he drops a rod.
See, now you're gonna tower, and then you're gonna win.
And then we'll just skip 114 and we'll be done.
Yeah, I mean, he already ran. Ham already ran 1.14, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we already did.
Uh,
This is the final version.
Where'd I come from?
You got. Oh no, it's probably a lot.
We didn't place blocks to mark your path.
Okay, it's not this direction. Okay, just death reset. You'll find out where the portals are.
You looted a chest on the way there.
Yeah, you looted a 3 gold chest. There we go.
There it is.
Get 8.
The
Oh,
sheep,
get the sheep.
the sheep was the sign.
I don't have my shears out.
That's time loss.
I'm sure the Ender Dragon will wait.
I don't know. If I have time.
10 more leaves. Hog.
This train's weird.
Plenty of time. I have high hopes for this match.
Remember to place a button.
I'm not gonna jinx anything. Oh yeah, the button. That's a good idea. Sorry.
I have the feeling you just reset 160.
Yep. Sorry.
That means we're like 2 hours ahead.
Even if I die, we're still gonna be hit.
You could just get the 90-minute penalty and still win.
90-minute penalty. That's like a pretty decent chord. Possibility.
Look at chords.
Or- On the off chance it happens again.
What are the odds you'll get it 2 times in a row?
I'd make some funny relay moments. Up 10.
Do we want to lose the relay for one funny moment?
Yes.
Button.
How are you gonna light yourself on fire? No, it's break fire then place.
Yeah.
I know you know that. I'm just making sure you know that. Nice. Nice.
That was a clean death.
Oh, look at the ND rates, bro. Oh, sheesh.
It's at least 2.
That's 4 for 4. That's Wendy's, bro.
What if they pick up the button and then place sand?
That was what I could just dig one lower, but then I thought about it and I'm like, what if they place
What
two?
if they place
blocks?
2
What if,
sand?
what if they place
And also,
2?
technically the button isn't a time loss if you do it right, but I wasn't doing it right there. 'Cause you can like, technically if you burn yourself, you can place like the water bucket and the button while burning, so that's not really time loss. Technically,
Through the match is what you're saying.
the button's also funnier, you
lost.
know.
Button
The
is funny.
button is funny. Let's go.
Is this RSG?
No.
Oh.
Oh, the buff ND rates. Oh my lord.
That's
No!
How?
Dude, how did that happen?
There's a chance I just teleport up.
Dude, that's like 600. Oh man, that's so sad.
Should have placed a button.
That man's
always
on
on
a
the tower.
mission.
It's always in the tower.
The tower is such a scary part.
It's okay. It will just reset 160.
Only at 14 minutes, bro. It's so fast.
And 200 FPS. You-
Hey, check more. You gotta be at least a 10, bro. At least.
No.
I can't see.
I
That was
didn't,
single
I didn't
digit,
catch
though.
it. It looked like 10.
The bit rate is a little too low for me to read that.
I was Enderman, but it's only one.
Sure, he's at like at least 2.
Surely. What are you doing? This
I
Enderman.
didn't see it when they're like they're 2 below the tower. Whatever.
You gotta get those, bro. Every ending counts.
I think I might just leave at like 16 because like I don't have.
Leave at 6. Oh, I thought you meant 16 pearls. Like, yeah, you better fucking leave at 16 pearls.
Might leave at 8 pearls.
You don't have to leave early. It's not like we're behind.
Could be.
Okay, but imagine the sub 50-minute relay time.
Okay, who's their 116 player? It's not dangerous, so they clearly didn't sub 13.
They probably sub 12 because they got a faster perch. Unless they're still waiting for a perch.
Alright, I would check and then. Highly dangerous.
Whatever.
Oh.
That's 11. I would go for 13 pearls, but that's just my opinion.
Doing it one enderman at a time.
But we high roll here.
No. That's 13 pearls right there, see? Like, just check, we'll get it. Or I guess you can't.
Just go one more set of it. Or whatever I get here, and then I just.
That's fair. I believe in you.
Oh, there we go.
See,
Yeah.
Andrew?
I would definitely leave on this. Oh, yeah, I would definitely leave on this.
Check needs to be 12.
No check. Sag.
If I don't have enough by now, it's like.
It's like, might as well just reset.
Fog. No button needed.
Get all that sand.
Look at all that sand. You just said that on accident.
All the sand they placed.
Ooh, he's on world record pace.
Not really.
He has 2 minutes to beat the game.
I saw 1,000 FPS, that's a lot.
Oh, Sindek, yeah. Spydor. Kill the Spydor.
Spiders.
Kill the Spydor. You have like 2 minutes. Oh, wow, that's 4 spiders right there.
Spy doors.
I
My
Spydor.
glass.
And cut spiders. Make 3 bows. Enderman?
Go back up the tower.
Hunting season. Come on. You need him. Murder some cows.
Why would you murder innocent animals?
You do it all the time, Danger.
No, I got red.
Facts. Pretty good. Pretty clean run. Do you have wood?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna find that.
What do you?
But do you have enough?
I had like
Fuck.
36 in the nether.
That's not enough. What if you need like 6 boats?
What if your boat got a durability?
Yes.
Ocean exposed.
What the hell is that eye change?
A good one.
Smarter than me, I would have just went straight for the ocean.
I mean, you can check pie chart. Kind of looks like temple though, so it's kind of hard to see. But like they're both.
Dig down on the temple. Never mind.
Oh my god, it's
Just going. How far off was I in this game?
probably.
Probably a few blocks.
Probably just a little bit, since it's off. Surely it's right here. Surely. Alright.
I have extra eyes.
Just throw one more. Yeah, just throw one more just in case. There we go.
I see it.
I'll get that right back. Fuck. 28, that's pretty good.
Okay, bow.
Cool. You get very little food, but you can't really do much about that at this point.
So okay, 19 on flash, that's gonna go a long ways.
Make a jukebox.
And play other side.
Oh, okay. That
And
scared
make the
me.
Minecraft real life, as we know it.
I thought you could have died there. That scared me.
You were wrong. How many eyes?
Oh, yeah.
10. It's a 10 eye.
No safety bed, Monka.
I can't. even.
No, I know that.
Get ready for the 0 cycle.
Take the pearl out in case you have to pearl.
It looks like he has to pearl. He's
Blind
have to.
pearl. He's gonna blind. That's a lot of crystals. Holy Christ.
Okay.
Very smart.
SSG charge. Once we get the SSG charges.
And if I was playing this and I would die.
Remember that one time you would have PB'd?
For those 3 times it would have PvP'd. Oh, good bet. Good bet. Oh! What record runners would have loved that.
Branston, your WAV file is gonna be in the chat.
Okay.
If you hit all those charges, you would have already won.
Aiming? It was slowed down, haven't even reloaded the board.
Kill it to death.
Dude, you're so 24. Gaming!
Francis did that switch check.
I actually would have. You ready? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go.
Cool. Gretchen, are you in
I'm
Discord?
like-
Are you gonna stream Discord or just...
Did I not? Oh, I thought I did. Yeah.
Time to spare.
Actually, yeah, we're probably really ahead. I'll just do it.
Because you said that. They'll probably reset to 16.
I'm really nervous because I don't want to choke, but I'll try my best, guys.
I saw you practicing earlier. Just do what you did there.
Really what you did last time, but without the gravel.
Facts.
True.
Uh,
Make slabs right now.
Right now. Lava. I didn't turn on my timer.
Okay, we don't need it. We can count in our heads.
Oh,
time,
I'm so
wait, Danger,
nervous.
what did you get?
I got like a 12, 30 something.
So we'd be at like 35 right now.
Oh, we can actually sub hour. What the fuck? I don't die like an idiot.
I
God.
think I could have played. I think I just played my seed very safe. Just fine. But,
You got a 23. What do you mean you played it safe?
dude,
That's
I got
really
so many
good.
like, there's so many arrows and like beds and pearls. I don't know.
This could be the comeback of the century. Or just a normal comeback.
Back of this century.
Hey, Branson, we're watching very intently on you now. We are.
Alright, thanks for putting no pressure on me, bro.
Actually, they might be like done technically because they had their hammer round yesterday, so they might just be waiting on us to finish. I think.
Clearly
No.
we're losing.
I think they're just starting.
Oh, there's a bruh here. There's a brewing stand here, so I only need 7. Where gravel? Where gravel? Air gravel. Extra wood, craft a shield,
And some slabs.
gaming.
That's enough planks for slabs.
Ooh. Alright.
If you need to, check your difficulty. It's not easy.
I never put it on easy, but sure, I'll do it this time.
I mean, we're ahead, right? So might as well not risk anything. Plus, it'll let
We're ahead.
Nether load, you know.
Where? Where fortress? No Optifine.
It's okay. If you don't have the fortress, they don't have it either.
Why? Oh, there it is. Is it good? No, it's bad fortress, and I am sad.
Okay. I think we're guaranteed a relay PB.
Frog. Oh, wait, I need that. We're fine.
We are actually fine. We are actually the best we could be right now.
It's true.
So I don't think that's a reason to be nervous.
Ooh.
I don't have any sticks.
Okay,
This
now
is
we
unfortunate.
can obsidian.
Because who cares about sub-hour relay time?
Enough blocks, man. Fuck. I'm gonna go up. I think it's up.
If it's not up, I will leave.
Alright, I was wrong.
Never mind. I take back what I just said.
Gotta be over here then.
Past the below stone.
Okay, I was wrong.
There's just no
God.
spawner. It's all strays.
Dude, what is this?
They're after us, man. They don't want us to succeed.
It's actually awful. I know it's not up there. Finally.
And make a diamond pick.
I don't have sticks or wood.
It's a triple spawner.
We'll make it at some point.
I will.
I'm pretty sure mining
Rags.
I'm pretty sure mining obsidian is just like generally better,
You want me to?
especially if calculator right.
You want me
I
to?
spy as well.
I would use the
Yeah, how do
calculator if you
I-
have it. You don't have to go for an I spy either. Just like get close. If it's like, I mean, if like
Yeah.
use calculator and it says it's far, I mean mine obsidian. But
I don't like educating in 114.
nice. If like calculator tells you it's far, you don't want to run that distance.
Yeah, but like 114 is always like 15 minutes slower.
But what if it's Death Strider, Dolphin, all ocean?
Pull Depth Strider from a shipwreck.
Yeah.
Still feel like mining Obsidian's better.
Me when the blazes don't drop the blaze rods.
Yeah, that was me. See, I literally think an iron sword makes blaze fights so much easier.
It
It's
is.
just like that end fight was so free. Also, it helps when there's not like a million outside blazes hitting you.
I see the lava drips.
Have you
above
made a
me.
button yet,
Yeah.
Branson?
Facts. Actually, no, it's Dark Oak since
Oh yeah.
that's all these
you
people
don't-
want to give me.
Oh yeah. Forgot. And you don't have wood either. So forgot. Just jump up and down. You only need 7. Really.
We are officially leaving to traverse the fortress once
Flogging.
more.
Is it this way? I actually don't remember where to go. No, it's this way.
It's gonna be a Mr. N if we sub our.
We are. Wait, I have.
Got
I don't
this
know.
It's
shit.
gonna be like that.
Is it this way? It's
Is
this way.
that, is that way. Don't say we will, because then we're not gonna. Say
We're
that we won't.
fine.
Say that we won't, and that we will.
It's just I don't. Like, in Dark Oak, I can never get enough wood, so I'll try to make the placements better.
Gotta
This
place it in
time.
between the trees.
Thank you, Danger.
Even if
Sorry.
we somehow lose, I think we did well.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Unless I choke, I'm happy with that.
That was my best relay time. That was probably Spropl's best relay time. And now this will be yours.
Thoroughly will be mine. Oops.
Sprople, do
Don't
you know
you
your
place
best
two,
relay time?
do you place 1 or 2 netherrack up? I can't remember.
I mean, I only ever do one.
I thought you were supposed to place 2 up.
Maybe. Oh
Try
well.
to just for one.
I think you place 2 up. I'm pretty sure. Because then you don't have to
Holy
hit like the
crap,
ground
we're
blocks and you get like the higher up.
So now we're gonna WR.
You're gonna WR. Not there. Go this one.
In the water.
Bruh.
Nice.
Did I not light it? Okay, I did.
Apple.
Apple. Hog.
Can make another golden apple.
Grew. Okay, I did not, like, mindfully place the TNT, so hopefully that's fine.
And it makes you go faster. You know?
Facts.
High rolling, remember?
So many apples.
Dude, we have food for days. Should I get this wood? Nah, it's too risky.
Nah, there's a skeleton. It's gonna kill you.
Nah, it's gonna kill me, bro.
I thought the netherrack was another apple.
If you do end up with a lot of eyes, you better use the calculator.
Of course we use a calculator.
Or you should use it in general.
Nah, I am.
But, dude, actually, cheating is allowed, remember?
Scrooge. Oh, apples.
Apples.
World record apple. Okay, this surely is enough, right? Surely is
The
enough.
apple RSG.
Apple.
That's
1,
6 apples.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Some
That's
gold,
not enough, but
You have some
okay.
gold.
Yeah,
Gold.
yeah.
I could mine some stuff. Actually, I have extra time. I probably should have just done that now.
What time you at now?
Pickaxe. Oh wait, no, I started timer late.
Sleep.
Right, I should sleep now.
You
That's
have
stupid.
a timer.
Can't even see the
Started
timer.
timer like a minute
No, you're
late.
not just using the timer mode.
I forgot. Wait, we're not actually at 10 minutes then. I'm way behind. Oh no, that's not good.
No. We must be behind now.
Didn't you just make the diamond pick? We're not using it.
Right.
That's
These are
time
what's
loss.
in this chest.
Red.
Lapis.
You can make blue beds now.
There's a blacksmith. There's gonna be 10 obby.
If there's 10 obby in that
Start getting the
blacksmith,
traders ready.
then we might as well just win by default.
There's a the other block that they use to.
Okay.
You could try to get another Fletcher, maybe.
Try. But I'm not.
10.
Yeah,
10
I
apples.
want iron, bro. I want to make a bucket. I don't like a water like slab.
You
It
mind
scares me.
obsidian if you really need to.
That's true. Fuck.
How many beds are you at?
I don't know. I want to
Like
make more.
3.
You need at least 8 to do it one cycle.
You can check for
True.
emeralds if you really feel like you're too low on.
That's a lot of emeralds.
I'm very scared. I hope this trades are enough.
If it's not enough, we just high roll.
Bro,
Or if you actually need to, you could just mine hay bales.
I could just get more, yeah.
If you don't have enough, you could just get more.
Hey, did I get these? Okay, this is plenty of beds. I don't need one.
What if you
We got some trash. I don't need the apples, I'm sorry.
did? No. Get rid of these farmers.
Yeah, I don't know why they're still farmers.
Well, that's not a farmer. I guess you could say he's a Fletcher.
There.
But what if we mine
Not
forever?
very efficient trading, but that's okay.
Remember to trade the gold when you have everything.
True.
Bro, if there's beds, you don't need them.
True. I have string, so I don't need to make a bra.
You didn't trade the gold. Or you could now. Is it
No,
better
you do.
before
You do
or
the
after?
second one. You do it the second one.
Not play this first.
Spropl.
I remember always doing it first though.
Do it on the second one.
I guess people just did get
Do it
smarter
now.
with these versions. You don't need to go all the way. I know that.
You know nothing.
I know
that.
that.
Oh, the 2 for 3. The guaranteed 2 for 3.
What's 14 pearls? I think. No, 13.
Yeah, 12 isn't enough.
Calculator time.
Okay. I have more sticks. Think of one more.
There we go.
Uno Ender Pearl. And you said it wasn't enough.
Scared, man. I'm scared. Okay, I'm nervy. Okay.
You're gonna be nervy. You're on like sub 20 pace.
Wow. Did I make the bow? Did I not make the bow? Where the fuck's the bow?
I don't think the bow is done.
All I'm saying is when you throw a
Oh, I
third
didn't
eye,
reset.
when you throw a
I
third
didn't reset
eye,
the calculator. Oops.
when you throw a third eye, actually get the angle. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
You didn't do it last time.
Excuse me. I need wood.
Do you?
Yeah, I do need
What do
wood
you need wood for?
for both in case. And slabs. It's fact. If there's a
So I told you,
village, I'm gonna.
If you have
kill
water, you
one.
can just like, if you really need, you can just place water like in the portal in the end,
True.
and just get
I
obsidian.
want obby. I want a lava pool because I want to do obby cycle. I really want a lava pool. Oh wait, I can just place obby. I can just get obby in the fucking shop.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. You just said that. I'm like ignoring everybody right now. I can't focus, bro. I'm sorry. I'm scared.
You should just
Pretend you're at 40 minutes.
True. There's like no pressure. We lost anyway.
We've already lost.
okay. I don't think you need this much wood.
Okay, okay.
You need like 2.
What if we need slabs? What if we need slabs, bro?
For
We
what?
have 21.
If you forget
What do
to
we
add
need
on.
slabs?
You say that when you have 3 pearls in your inventory.
We can get more beds.
Let's go.
We're fine. Should I pearl? Nah, I'm not gonna pearl. I'm not gonna waste them.
Only pearl if like you actually have to. Like if it's like terrible twitty. Like you're into like Shattered Savannah.
Is that lava? Boy!
Oh my goodness, we can edge another.
We can do educated.
When we're already halfway there. But it's gonna be 2 layers.
I swear.
I don't think I'll be out here. You might just pick it
Not
up.
here. No chances here.
Well, champ,
You can build a portal with that.
we can.
So wait, you forgot
Yeah.
to pull up the calculator for the first time?
No, I forgot to reset it because I was using it in my practice.
Did you not have it to automatically reset after 10 minutes?
There's a setting I can do that? That's crazy.
I didn't know that either. Hold on.
I'm gonna just go.
Settings. Auto. It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes. It should be 10. You know. It should be like 5 minutes.
4.5%. Honestly, 4.5% is kind of high.
5 minutes.
Literally, all you have to do is like FOV change just a little bit, and it'll be way more accurate.
No.
We high roll.
We high roll. That's time laws, bro. The settings change?
I wouldn't even have thrown it here. I would have thrown it when you get in the ring somewhere.
That's true. I'm like not even in the ring at all. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, no fall damage.
Basically, just give the calculator no information and tell it to find the answer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a one high
Sometimes it
throw,
works.
high splat. High splat.
Calculator's gotta step up its game.
But clearly still on 116. Just
They
saying.
clearly just reset 116. They might have all just left.
I'm gonna make 3 safety beds.
multiple safety beds.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it here.
You're gonna throw.
I'm gonna reset it, actually. 18%? Not bad, bro. Not bad.
Okay, I'll keep the direction of the eye a little bit, though. You're kind of around to the left.
Fine.
It's under that village, like in Minecraft.
Like in Bedrock.
Like in 1.8 SSG seeds. Except it's not really under the village, it's a little bit off to the side generally.
It's under that hotel.
Yo, 4 more beds? Say less.
Portal room is under that house.
Yeah, you're going like, I don't know. I thought it was more to the right, but maybe I'm crazy.
Is that a blacksmith?
You don't
It
need the
is more to
blacksmith.
the right.
I do.
What if it has 10 obsidian?
Facts. 72%? Not bad. Not bad.
Okay, but if you did 30 FOV, it would have been 100%.
Yeah, it would have been 100%. Like, yeah.
Okay, okay, run Minecraft speedrunners, bro. Okay, I see how it is.
We're probably like,
You're literally given like the freest tool for calculation, literally. For just find the stronghold. You don't use it.
Excuse me, I am using it. Just not in the most efficient way.
I don't want to make the other team sound bad, but we're probably ahead.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world if you.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's 5-minute lag.
It's going to the stronghold on its own.
Alright, 100%. I got it.
How far is it?
200 blocks away.
Okay, well,
I
just run
tried
there and dig. You
I'm
could
just
throw
gonna
another
keep-
eye if you really want to be safe in case it like messed up. Because sometimes, if you feel it's getting a little
1188.
complicated.
1188's
roll.
right here. So I'm just gonna run straight.
We high roll. We don't throw another eye.
Every practice seed at 100% has worked so far. So if it doesn't work, it means we deserve to lose. That's what I'm saying.
You got a diamond pick. Did you mind fast anyway?
If we're destined to lose, then we're destined to lose.
Exactly. We're destined to win. Like when Danger got that double perch, then we win.
And then lost the next round.
Yeah.
Now imagine if I got an insta perch on this round. I got a sub
1428. 1428's like right here.
It's actually in the next chunk.
It actually is in the next chunk, you're right. Where's 4-4? It's right here. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Let's save a pearl. Never mind.
Yeah, just save one.
Never mind.
Dig.
We can save time. We can't even sleep though.
Time
That's
for
the
nap.
thing.
Okay, if
Alright.
you die in the end now, again,
Have you ever
Again.
heard- have you ever?
Have
heard
I
the
ever
term-
died in the end?
yeah.
Clearly not.
at least like 5 times.
Have you heard of the 20-minute
Clearly
Spropl
not.
nap?
20-minute nap.
You talk about the nab, but you talk about the end afterwards as well.
Oh, clearly the nap is gonna be great.
It actually will be. You can see the future.
Right here.
Right there.
Right here.
Right
Turn around. Or, no.
No,
Never mind.
shut up.
That's just a weird direction. I was like,
Doubters. Doubters.
Went from 9-minute nap to 9-second nap.
dude, I don't know how to
Alright,
nap.
should I
I'm the premium
should I wait for sleep?
No,
I feel like I should
go.
wait for sleep.
Don't sleep. Just go.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Sleep anyway.
Waste
yeah,
your
don't
time.
wait for sleep. It's a waste of time to wait. It's a wait of time to waste.
So you have pearls now. You have pearls, Branson.
I'm gonna bridge with gravel.
You have pearls. You have 2 pearls, don't you?
Yeah, but what if I die? You said play safe.
The pearl is safer. You just
What do you mean?
you
This
just
isn't-
throw the, you just wait for the lag to end. You throw the pearl, and you're over there. If you're bridge, you could easily just like misclick.
I
But
think
what
you're
if he
surely
dies?
mistaken.
What if he dies on the 1 cycle and can't build that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shoot
Why
the
are you
crystal.
hoping to die?
Whoa.
How about you stop complaining?
Yeah, we're on world record pace. What does your timer say?
22, but I started like a minute late.
It's probably like 40.
I was doing so good in practice.
Oh, it's perching.
Purging.
No, I'm not
No,
going
go-
for that.
go
I
for
hate
that.
diag. No, no.
Why?
Why would you not go
Well, you
for
shouldn't
that?
have destroyed the extra bed. You should have safety bedded. Then you would have had 6 beds. Easy.
Don't charge me, don't charge me.
You tell me I get this crazy, horrible premium for 9 and I have to risk all these beds. If Branson won't
Hey
go
man,
for
that's
that.
your fault.
I did it though. I had to do it in that
That's
end.
skill issue.
You guys get the freest ends. I actually have to think in mind, and you don't even.
I have to
Okay.
think about the dragon's perch movement.
It's also, you also should have stood diagonally, probably.
That's not my fault.
Also, don't go too close to the fountain. If this thing fireballs the fountain, that's fine.
Fireball at the top of it. Now we can wait.
And still stand, whatever. So,
Get your ender pearls ready.
you had this many beds, and you didn't go for the diagonal.
Nope.
Okay. In an alternate universe, he would have choked and died.
This universe, I would
I
have
don't think
jumped
I
and
hit that.
died. Doubters.
Just like build up.
No. You
Watch the
call me
dragon.
stubborn.
Watch the dragon. Dude, there's no way it's not
It's-
perching here. Just pearl it.
Spropl always wrong. Always
There's
wrong.
one crystal up.
Opium, bro.
If it doesn't perch here, like more than
Alright.
you have 10,000.
Surely
beds.
we
You have
don't
10,000
die.
beds.
Oh no!
Just hit a bed.
I'm
hit a
gonna
bed.
lag.
Just hit a bed. Who cares? There's so many. Wow.
Yay!
We did it. We are so
Is
good.
that?
We win!
What is that sub? We actually lost.
I don't know if it's sub hour.
Oh, sorry.
It probably
guys.
is.
Sorry, guys.
I think it is sub hour.
I don't think it
Hey,
is.
yeah, congratulations on
Was that sub hour?
winning, you
Is it sub
guys.
hour?
It is unfortunately not. It was
What?
approximately 102.
Branson, it's all your
You're true,
fault.
it's
We
over.
lost 2 minutes to you not going for the diagonal.
It's true.
No.
Okay.
It's alright. Y'all did amazing. Wait. We had some technical issues, so I'll just let you guys know as soon as you can join like waiting room if you all want to do an interview.
Right.
Thank you. If I was better, we would have got something. All right, yeah.
It's technically our fault.
It is our
It's
fault.
technically our fault.
Okay, I see. Hello, hi. Oh, hello.
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 Yo.
We're missing someone.
Hannah isn't here, so if what?
Oh, they just like left.
Yeah,
No, he did
Oh,
async.
okay.
it was asynchronous. Yeah, you had to record yesterday. So.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. All right. So how did the match go? Should we do this in some sort of order? I don't know.
I mean, I think
Chronological?
I don't know. Yeah, 116. Hannah completed about 13 minutes, so I feel like that couldn't have been that big of a difference, right?
Yeah, the 116 matches finished within like I think they were in like 15 seconds of each other. They were really close.
Yeah. So all that time was 1-7? Wow.
Damn.
Most of it, I think it was like 4 minutes in 1.7. There was still some of it in 1.14, even excusing the technical difficulty. I think they still gained time on you in 1.14.
I mean, I was okay. I mean, I got a little lost in the fortress because it was really jank and weird, but
Yeah, the fortress looked really bad now. Yeah.
I would have been digging down to strongholds if I didn't have the seed reset,
Yeah.
probably. I mean, fortress split couldn't have been that bad though, because we spawned like far away. So I feel like 1-7 must have been a massive. What was the 1-7 time?
I got like 23:20.
That's pretty dang good.
That's like 5 minutes faster.
Yeah.
Wow, well played.
Yeah, 1.7 usually has a lot of time difference between the runner.
Honestly, relay is kind of just the 1-7 tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre 1.9 with bonus content.
Yeah.
So T-Wags, your
Mhm.
team, it's a loser bracket. What do you have to say about that?
I'm fine going out. My only regret is that May gave me the wrong seed, and so I just finished throwing the eye, and I had my speed potion 2, 3 of them ready to go, but no one got to see it because May
You
messed
were ready
up.
to let it rip.
Yeah. I looked like land too. I actually finally got a speed potion seed with land, and I was ready to go. And nope. So, but I don't know. Had fun. 1-7. One of us had to play 1-7, and Ben was complaining the whole time. So he finally
Yeah.
just stopped playing.
What about your other teammates? What are their thoughts?
Ben.
Sorry. Yeah. I am glad to be free of this version. I have played it like very sporadically over like a couple of months, and the fact that I can get sub 30s is something I'm happy with. I honestly thought that would be good enough pace to be competitive in this tournament, but in both matches, like we've played fine, and the other team has just played better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I'm never gonna like with the
It's
amount of
getting
effort.
competitive, yeah.
With the amount of effort that I put into 1.7, I was never going to be a top contender for the version. So, we move. Like, people get 5 minutes by actually knowing what they're doing. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, still pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of effort I've put in, I'm happy to be 5 minutes slower than somebody that actually plays it.
It's getting really close, yeah.
My teammates were worried because I wasn't even at my house 20 minutes before our match.
Let's go. Scheduling is always the fun part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any other comments, concerns?
Hey, T-Wags, did you find the 3 diamonds?
No, where were the 3 diamonds?
I think they're in the fortress.
Yeah, there were
no,
diamonds
there
in the
was-
fortress.
Yeah, there were a ton of chests and stuff.
Yeah.
But
So I didn't do waterlog slabs, so I think that's why I won.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That is the
That is
reason.
actually fair. Waterlock slabs would have lost it for you, so. It sucks that my team went so far in the previous tournament with C-Skull, and, now that it's T-Wags with the T-Wags, we went 0-2, but. So I gotta take the L. it's my fault, and you know that's okay. We live on.
You're getting put back into retirement for Relay Free.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Spropl is
You're planning
super
ahead,
good.
yeah.
Give me my damn version back.
Look, if there's a 114, 115, 116
Classic.
relay,
I will say, yeah, the raid is starting now. Next match is in like 2 hours. Team Zatch versus Mate Gang. So yeah, that's what's coming up next. Yeah. I don't know what to say now. What happened? Oh,
usually bye.
it happened.
See you later.
GG, everyone.
I didn't know. I panicked.
GG.
Yeah, the stream.
Yeah, good
Well
game.
played, guys. That was really fast. Very well
That
played.
was like the first time we
Thanks.
haven't done awful.
Yeah, it's crazy that every time we go up against someone, they do their best performance ever. That's crazy. So, well played. I wish you the best of luck in your next match.
Thank you.
Thank you, T-Wags.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Hello, chat. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, we won. I don't have anything to say about that one. I guess I can look at what I did. I think my tower was my worst part. I don't know how much of it was my fault. It just felt like I was getting no Enderman, and I left like way later than I could have. Basically. Also, my triangulation was kind of scuffed. Because there was a temple near the stronghold, and I was like, okay, it's probably the temple putting the numbers up, but it was kind of hard to see. So I don't know. We could have actually sub-houred that. Branson, it's all his fault. He should have went for the perch. I understand though, sometimes you aren't confident with 7 beds. It looks like me and I should probably switch over to Google. Yeah. Basically, so I messed up the bottom here. This was kind of funny. I just kind of forgot how to do everything. I guess I'll just look at me. Actually, I didn't even see what Danger did very much because I wasn't really watching. I don't think Danger did anything like crazy. I did not dig down. I dig down 44, but I placed a button, so it all worked out. And Danger, I think, kind of just. I mean, I was kind of watching, but not really. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's 1.16. It's just like Bastion, Fortress. Looks like Hamma might have played it faster. So Danger actually did hit the I Spy here. He said it wasn't very common. He said it was like 56% on the calculator, so... I wonder if Hamma went in the same spot and just didn't dig down enough, or if, like... I don't know. Unlucky. Danger didn't get the 48-second end. Freaking Dragon just did whatever. Zero. Why would you do that? I mean, thank you a lot, but like, that is the most useless sub because I have not done anything yet. I don't even make money from it. I didn't even set up payment. I just said withdraw. I mean, thanks, I guess. That's pretty Pog 5. I mean, Mouse said he was gonna make me an emote, so I'm still waiting on that. So Mouse, where's the emote, huh? Seems like I do remember you promising it to me. Also, this seed, if you misjudge the amount of food, you're kind of just dead. All your food is just the chickens and rotten flesh you get. So if you don't get enough chickens, you're kind of done. Unless you can survive somehow. Also, from what it looked like, so I enter Nether a little faster. I get Blaze Spawn a little earlier. I think we are about. This Blaze fight was really easy. Okay, so yeah, BGR is doing the wrong thing. He's just spam clicking. It's at least I think it's so much easier to just do what I'm doing and just get 2 crits. I feel like it's way easier. Also, the less you like swing at them, the less they move around, so that's always nice. I got lost in the fortress for a little bit. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I start tower like fairly early. Actually, I'm quite a bit ahead. Yeah, they said BGR also forgot the block at the bottom, so the Endermen weren't aggroing right. Yeah, my tower was kind of slow. The Endermen were kind of bad. I had one where I got so many Endermen, but then just I got killed by the Enderman teleporting up and just died. I saw some Endermen that just didn't like function correctly. So that's always cool. Whatever. Yeah. How much earlier did I leave tower? Yeah, this stronghold nav or triangulation was kind of not the best, but it worked fine. My inventory, I thought I cleared it out, but I didn't, so I kind of just messed with it a lot. I think the end fight was okay, at least for the end. I had to like, there was a lot of towers. I also had to manage food a little bit, which was scary. So I had to play kind of safe in that regard. So I had rotten flesh, but there's like no way it's healing me enough. I don't really have anything to say. It was fine. I think main time loss was the tower, which isn't a big deal for me. Also, I need to put chat back on screen. On both these. Cool, I guess. We play next Cottage Builders. I feel like I know who that is. Who's on that team, but I don't. Look at my phone here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep streaming or not. I don't know. What would I do for the rest of this time? I just don't think I have anything to do. College Builders is Jamie Blob and Oxidian. Stream FNAF. I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that now though. I want to do it just like I don't know if I want to do it now. Is Brandon still going? What is he doing? He's doing the same thing as me. Good. VGR did good for like didn't do anything. I also do not have a dating sim prepared, and I don't really want to buy anything right now. If it's like I don't know. I just don't have it. I'm just like I don't know if I feel ready to do anything. Also, apparently they gave T-Wags the wrong seed. So, he was doing the wrong seed here. And then he did it right away. Yeah, it didn't matter, I don't think. What would our time have been if Branson actually had got the perch? We were close to sub-hour, but... Dude, he went for this. This is like almost like a 1 minute, 1 hour 30. I was like, okay, it's somewhat reasonable to do it, to not go for that with 5 beds, but he had more. Okay. Yeah, Danger, isn't Branson just the worst for not going for the perch?
Really seen that.
They're free.
They did sleep in the stronghold, yeah. So even dying,
Yeah, they
in it
did.
How the heck?
probably
how
isn't going to even be the biggest time.
What is the motion it went
That
to,
is
by the
true.
way, here? It's like... It's so
Color
weird.
and that like sleep in the
It
stronghold.
like gets hit.
So even dying,
Yeah,
in
they
it
did.
probably isn't going
Fireballs.
to even be the biggest time loss.
That is true.
Yeah, this is also Branson's fault a little bit. For not standing north-south.
Oh, never mind.
He had time to go for this, too.
That is true.
Like, he could go for that.
Oh,
Yeah, he won, but we could have had, like, one of the best times, you know? It would have been like 1 hour 30.
Dragon's
Now, like,
having a
20.
good time. Branson needed to shoot the dragon, even though it literally would do nothing in that scenario. Nice. Hopefully, yeah. T-Wag. Okay. Tactical lag.
Nice.
Oh, so this was a little scary for a moment. I was telling Branson to just blow
There's
up
the
a bed,
perch.
even if it's
there,
terrible.
there we get it. There we see it. It's gonna happen. Tactical lag.
Nice lag.
I was like, just blow up a bed, please.
Yeah, you want to get the
So-
lag out of the way so it doesn't happen during the one cycle. And
We can't see the
impossible to see the
health.
health bar because of the explosions, but it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, T-Wags.
Yeah, we didn't even try, you know.
Even
Yeah,
that 3-minute
GG.
penalty, yeah, it's not happening.
T-Wag sub 3 endgame. I believe.
All right, yeah. I think before we might have tried to let the runners finish, just to see that 3-minute catch up. But yeah, it's looking like it's too significant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it broken?
102.12. Not bad. Not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, this one I just have so much less to say. Like, we just played good. There's like some stuff to do better, obviously. I don't know. Minecraft. This was the seed. Is there any other way to get food here? I just like didn't see. I'm pretty sure it was just chickens over here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just chickens. It's actually it's a pretty decent seed. The stronghold is like not terribly far. I went off angle a lot, I think. I think it was like very much pointing this way and I went like over here. So I think the turn really threw me off. Or I can send the download, I guess. Because the seed will be different in yeah, I thought it was like headed more that way, but it's going this way. Didn't even do anything with the diamonds. Almost here. Oh, it's like way over here, actually. Not terrible, but I definitely could have taken a way better angle going that way. Also, there was this creeper here. Like right here. Luckily, I think the blocks were like placed like this or something. And the creeper blew up like here, so I just survived. Or it's like right here, I think. Like I mean, I wasn't afraid unless I dug down more, because I know how creeper explosions work now, so I knew he wouldn't kill me here. But if I'd like dug here and then it blew up, I'd probably be dead. This. What the stronghold's like if you need to go anywhere. Like that. Why are you guys subbing? I don't even have alerts on. I took them off. I never even set up an alert for subs because I didn't think I mean, thanks, Sir Palm Tree. Very pog. But you don't get anything out of it right now, at least. I don't even know what I would even do for alerts. You guys got scammed. I turned off alerts. Hold on. Here, pretend this is the sub. Look at that. This counts for Sir Palm Tree and 0. You get the basic Twitch one because I never set up anything for the sub. I forgot to even do it. Subscription. Thank you, me, for the subscription. Technically, that's accurate. I'm always subbed. I mean, I don't even get paid right now because I said the withdraw payment, but you have to make $100 anyway to get paid, which that might take a while. You know, okay, I guess I need an idea for a sub alert now. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I should just put Spropl Gaming. It's a sub. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, like, the sub thing's not gonna be seen a lot. And gamble. Oh, yeah, I actually wanted to do that. I forgot. I was gonna make a gambit here, but I guess no one has any points anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take a random image I have on my computer. And put it as sub alert. What even are these photos? I wonder if I can... I don't know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so I don't know, do something. I did request that. I think I requested the category like random letters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss of what to do now. Cause like I don't really feel like doing anything right now. But I also won't do anything if I stop streaming. So like I don't know. Kind of just sitting here now. Ah. I don't know. I wonder if I have. Who wants to play Fortnite? That's what we're doing now. For real. Can I even... Drawing stream. I guess I could look at the affiliate stuff and see if there's anything I can do. I could just do something random. Or I could just look for emotes to steal and upload as sub emotes, you know. Could just do that. Free content. I could just sit here and do nothing. I don't know, how would I draw that? I have no drawing ability. Even, I know that's the point, but I don't even know how I would display that it's a heart and not like a bunch of red just randomly scribbled on the screen. Can I just like... I could also just find a category to play, I guess. We could just do something random, just like online. Dude, I have no content, so I'm just sitting here. Hello, Prosto Tocha. I'm gonna guess your name as close as I can. That's always the thing I have to remember, is if there's some name I don't know how to pronounce, I really just gotta try, and it could be really awkward. Dude, I don't... I mean, I could draw, but I don't know what I would do, because I have no ideas. What if I just, like... You know what? Hold on, let me try this. Actually, okay, I'm gonna check if I can get that. I'm gonna see what like prefix I can get. Yeah, the issue is like we have ideas now, but like, can I actually make them? Well, here, let me look. Where do you see what prefix you can even have? I'm assuming I would just use my name, but I could like. Here, okay, hold on. Let me. Mouse. They should just ban you forever for saying that. Just for the rest of time. Off the face of the earth. Good. Ban him forever. Never being released. Anyways, here's my plan. How big do streamers have to be? Just do like this. I'll do that. Here, can I just like do this? You'll see in a moment. Or what if I did this instead? Hold on, I'm preparing. Just give me a moment. Yeah, hold on. I'm preparing something.
I'm doing the thing. Unlike most of the horror series that I cover, I feel like today's horror series needs no introduction. Five Nights at Freddy's has quickly become one of the most popular video game IPs ever. Five Nights at Freddy's currently has 9 games in its main series, as well as over a dozen books written about it and countless fan games. Not only that, but even people who hate the games have to admit that it was probably the most impactful indie horror series of all time. And the craziest part about it is, to this day, no one really knows what happened. Like, if you play through the games, it's very clear that there is a story happening in the background. However, the gameplay always takes center stage. And despite the countless Reddit threads and YouTube videos made on the topic, there still doesn't seem to be a clear answer of what happened in the games themselves. So I'm here to throw my hat in the ring and present to you what I believe to be the story of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. See, this video started out, I just wanted to cover the FNAF VHS tapes, because a couple people, specifically Squimpus McGrimpus, which is a funny name, has made fantastic horror set within the universe of Five Nights at Freddy's, but taking its own story direction with its own characters and events. However, after getting all of my research done for that, and then thinking how I would describe it to you all, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to someone who wasn't familiar with the Five Nights series. So I asked myself, what is the minimal amount of information I need to tell you about the Five Nights series in order for you to understand the VHS tapes? And that eventually devolved into me breaking down the entire story with all of the characters and major events. So I'm doing great. However, I'm only partially joking on that, because I do believe that the Five Nights at Freddy's storyline is a very interesting story that deserves to be told. However, if you're familiar with the series at all, then you probably know that the problem with telling the story is the story itself. See, the story of the game takes place across the first 7 entries. The games in chronological order, or at least my chronological order, because we can't even agree on when the games happened. But in my chronological order, it goes 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 6, 7. Yeah, and the reason that it's so confusing for newcomers to the series to try to figure out what's going on is because anytime you search something like Five Nights at Freddy's Theory, you're greeted with videos from 5 years ago, whenever the 3rd game was out, so we didn't know the events in the 4th game were going to happen. But then the theories from the 4th game,
I wasn't saying a
the
ton,
events
but
of the 5th game were
you
going
know.
to happen. So people kept trying to glue together a puzzle. Because
Okay, anyways, do we just
but
start
now
with
I, in the future, with
Spropl, I guess?
hindsight, can put together the puzzle the way that I believe it was always meant to be viewed. And I'm going to do that in a kind of controversial way. I want this video to serve
Okay, so I was,
only
the other thing I was asking is, like, when I make a background, like, do we actually try to make them PNGs, or do we just keep the background as, like... Whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, PNG looks better, but, like, the background would be funny if it's just on here. Anyways, I was thinking we just go like this. And that's the emote. And we leave it up for creative interpretation. Alright, fine. We'll think of something. How do I normally draw the character? I guess, okay, so when I make the character, do I, like, put the character here and then, like, the heart here, like, holding it or something? Or do I, like, try to make the whole character and then put, like, the heart, like, here? Just put, like, arrows.
On the timeline for those out there who are a fan of the series, but also as an introductory point so that new people coming in are able to view all the information and better understand the story. And when you look at the entire series as one narrative, I think it becomes far more interesting and far more terrifying. In order to achieve both of those ends, and again, put
Draw a
emphasis
helicopter.
on the fact
That's just
that
gonna be the
this is
emote.
a
It'll just
full
be
story that
Spropl
deserves to
helicopter.
be told, I am simply
How do I even
not
draw a
going to
helicopter?
explain myself. At least not
It'll be better if I.
entirely
It'll be better if I don't know
expressly.
how to draw it.
Like several of the things on this board go
just gonna, like-
against the majority of the community's interpretation of what happened. So whenever I have a real controversial take, I'm going to explain that. But like over here, I have one of William's children listed as being named Evan. In order for you to understand the story, I don't need to sit here for 10 minutes and tell you about we got the name Evan.
This is full effort, by the
because
way.
in the survival book, which is an accompany book for the games, they found a series of numbers on one page and then added them together by the page number at the bottom and then went over to a letter grid and input those values and got the name Evan. Because if you're not familiar with the series, that's how we found out everything. And again,
Yeah,
while I
FNAF
think
lore, am I
stuff
right?
like that is cool,
Spropl
more
FNAF.
people,
That's
at least
emote.
currently, are focused on if
I'm
we
I'm
believe
really
Evan or
struggling
not,
to draw this
rather
helicopter.
than the entire plot and story of what happened. And I think that the latter is far more interesting. So I know this has been a long introduction, but there's a lot to explain. As
It's gonna be
always,
like-
there's
this is
gonna
gonna
be
turn out being like a
timestamps in the
fish or
description
something.
for what I'm describing. But I'm going to go through the timeline, or my opinion of the timeline, for the Five Nights at Freddy's video game series, as well as talk about the characters.
This is the
And
perfect
from there,
helicopter.
we will begin talking about the VHS tapes and the other YouTube horror shorts based around Five Nights at Freddy's, because I think they're really cool. And if any of
More
this
like
sounds cool to you, stick around after the ad as we're
here,
going to get
and like-
into pretty much the entirety of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. But before you
Fish,
listen to me ramble for
helicopter.
an absurd length of time,
It can
let
be
me
whatever
make
you
sure
want
you're
it to be.
listening the right way with today's sponsor, Raycon earbuds. With over 48
Hashtag ad.
five-star reviews,
I bought it,
Raycon
don't worry.
is the best audio quality and the best package available. Thanks to the rubberized oil design of Raycon earbuds, not only do they fit comfortably in your ear, but as you can see, they're very
Why is
sleek
this an
and
emote, by the
smooth
way?
while
We
you
just
wear
made a
them.
helicopter.
And thanks to that design, whenever I sit down at my computer to play video games or edit videos, I can just leave them in and it's never a problem. Not only that, but as you can see, Raycon earbuds latch comfortably into your ear, and regardless of how you move your head,
This is the reason you sub, so you
not
get
only that,
Spropl
Raycon also
helicopter.
offers a 32-hour battery life with 8 hours of playtime, so as soon as you charge them up,
Here's
you're
for,
ready
like-
to go for the rest of the day. Furthermore, Raycons offer a push-button feature on the side of both earbuds, so if you need to skip through the music or pause the music or even pick up a call, you can do that by simply tapping the earbuds and never taking your phone out of your pocket. And thanks to Raycon, if you go to the link in the description at buyraycon.com/Wendigoon, you will be able to get your Raycon earbuds for 15% off. That's right, just go to the link below at buyraycon.com/Wendigoon and you will be able to get this fantastic audio package at 15% off. What's not to love? Thank you all so much for watching the ad, and thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring the video. It really does.
You're
mean
welcome,
the most.
man.
I hope you all check
I
them
don't
out.
really need
Link is
Raycon.
in
I
the
have headphones,
description,
but
and we are back to the
maybe
video.
maybe I'll think
We are
about
going
it.
to go ahead and get into it, but as
Probably.
always, thank you for watching. The first thing to understand about the Five Nights at Freddy's series is that at its core, it's the story of two people. And those two people are William
Afton and Henry Emily.
Henry and William
I knew
were
that.
business partners, and they went in as partners together on a new branch of children's entertainment. This new style of children's entertainment would be demonstrated on their first business venture together, a restaurant known as Fredbear's Family Diner. With later entries of the series, as many people have pointed out, you could think of the restaurants as a sort of Chuck E. Cheese establishment. The kind of places that would have singing animatronics, as well as arcade games and pizza parties for children of all ages. However, at least in the beginning, Fredbear's wasn't like that. It was a much smaller establishment that boasted two animatronics. The down-to-earth, homey nature of it is even present in the name of Fredbear's Family Diner. It certainly seems like a passion project, not only in the name and very nature of a children's entertainment business, but also in the attitudes of the two owners. From everything we see later
Perfect.
in the series, it seems like Henry was the business
Good
and
emote.
managerial side of the partnership, while William was more interested in the day-to-day operations and specifically the construction of the animatronics. What made these animatronics unique, and the thing that set their business apart from other competitors, was the addition of something William dubbed as spring lock suits. The core
Uh-oh.
idea behind a spring lock suit
Good
is that
idea.
it is
I think spring lock
initially a normal
suits sound
animatronic.
great.
However, if someone were to twist the gear on the back of the costume, the animatronic parts would slip to the sides.
Send this to
allow
Shark
a
Tank.
worker to step
Bro.
inside of the animatronic itself and use it as a costume. Whereas at other establishments, the children would see an animatronic on stage, and then a worker would come out to serve them pizza in a kind of dollar store mascot version of the costume. At Fredbear's Family Diner, they could watch the animatronics get off stage themselves and come play with the kids. It seems like in the beginning that was part of the goal for William, to keep the magic alive in the mind of a child. And in the beginning, it seems that they had such humble beginnings that William and Henry were the people running the costumes themselves. Despite being owners, they would take the time to step into their own respective spring-lock suits and go play and entertain the children. Henry would pilot the restaurant's namesake, the Fredbear suit itself, whereas William would slip into the secondary mascot of the business, a golden rabbit costume which would later be known to the community as Spring Bonnie. Perhaps part of this dedication to the project came in the form of their own children. William having 3 children himself, Elizabeth, Michael, and Evan, and Henry having one daughter by the name of Charlie. I know that in the books it mentions Henry has a son as well, however he's never mentioned anywhere in the games, so again, I'm just talking the games, he doesn't exist up here. Something that I want to mention really quick on this timeline is if an event is inside of a red box, that is a definite year that that event happened. There's not a lot of surefire times we get in the series, so the few that you see with the red box are times we know this happened on this date. The blue boxes are more so guesstimates. In other words, the thing I'm about to talk about says 1980, but it could have also been 81 or late 70s, or the year doesn't really matter, 1980 is just a guess. Looking at the timeline, we can see that William and Henry
Perfect.
started Fredbear's
This is the whole
Family
emote.
around 1970.
Mouse will
Then
remove the
things
background
moved in
and
part to the
perfect.
dedication of the owners themselves, as well as the invention of spring lock suits. A decade later, they are able to expand their brand, as around 1980, William opens Afton Robotics, and William and Henry continue to expand the business itself with Fazbear Entertainment, which becomes a sort of industrial chain of Freddy Fazbear restaurants. Things were going great for the two. Henry was continuing to manage the brand as it was expanding, and William continued to create more odd and interesting robotic figures. One of these inventions that we see in the games is a small Fredbear plush that seems to have a camera inside of it, as well as a series of animatronics later dubbed Funtime animatronics that it seems William was building during this time. Everything was going great, and it seemed that nothing would stop the pair from accomplishing great things in the realm of children's entertainment. That was until the accident that happened in 1983. For whatever reason, it seems that Evan was particularly terrified of the animatronics his father was building. And no one's really certain why. People who have gathered information from the books have speculated that perhaps William was purposefully making his child afraid of the animatronics because William knew that they were dangerous. Because, you know, animatronic suits...
Is this the whole emote? Are we done?
...wires and gears holding the animatronic pieces.
Would you sub just to have this emote? I think I would.
You, foreshadowing, would be dangerous to go around, especially if
What if I did
William
this?
is building them in his house. From what we see in future games, it even seems that William had put cameras throughout his house so that while he was working on his animatronics, he could monitor exactly what his son was doing. In the meantime, Evan's older brother, Michael, began to torment Evan over his fear of these creatures. See, at this point, the brand had extended from not only Fredbear's Family Diner, but there was also Fredbear and Friends, and there were several other mascots that would stand on stage along with Fredbear. One of these was a character by the name of Foxy. So, Michael would wear a Foxy mask and begin tormenting his brother because he thought it was funny. William didn't seem to mind this, perhaps even encouraging it, as he saw it as another way to keep his son safe. The events of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which again according to me is the earliest game in the timeline, followed the nightmares of young Evan Afton. The reason the animatronics look so over-the-top creepy and terrifying is because these aren't real animatronics. These are the nightmare imaginations of a young child who's afraid of his father's creations. and Evan is
I think this is the
spending
perfect
completely
iteration of the
trying
emote.
to evade these creatures of his own imagination. That is until the end of the week, whenever Afton
Hold on,
and his
I have
family
ideas.
go to Fredbear's family diner. While there, Michael and his friends, all wearing the mascot's faces, begin to torment Evan and make him get closer and closer to the animatronics themselves. Until Michael makes a joke that Evan wants to give Fredbear a kiss, to which the boys put Evan into Fredbear's mouth.
That
and
picture's
when
a little
the
big.
animatronic bites down, Evan doesn't die yet, at least not immediately. His family rushes him to the hospital where he remains comatose for the next couple days. In the final levels of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it's possible when looking
Man,
back at
stop.
the bedside
Not
to
working.
see things like a hospital IV bag or flower pot. Not only that,
Dude, I
but the
can't be alone in
animatronics
the helicopter.
In the final nights of Five Nights at Freddy's 4 transition from being the general different animatronics from the restaurant to just nightmarish apparitions of
You can't even see what it is,
While
but it's
Evan
like
is
better,
falling
you know.
into the bed, we hear Michael tell Evan
If
that
you know,
he's
you know.
sorry and ask for his forgiveness. Until the Fredbear plush itself begins to speak to Evan. As established earlier, this is one of William Afton's camera plushies, so it's safe to assume that this is William speaking to his son. In his final moments, we hear William say that it's going to be okay and that he's going to put Evan back together before everything fades out and Evan seemingly passes away. Now, if you're a big aficionado of the series, you may disagree with that placement in the story. However, this, as well as the events that happen directly afterwards,
First, I'm actually
are so debated, and there's so many different options of when this happened, or this happened before this, or blah blah blah. But again, as a story, this makes
mouse is gonna be
most
gone
sense to
temporarily.
me as the catalyst that began everything. William, a man who wanted to entertain children and managed to do so for decades, began his mad descent when one of his children used one of William's own creations to kill his other child. And then in that father's desperation, he begins experiments and procedures to try to maintain the soul of a child. See, that's where the horror comes from. For those of you who may have not known anything else about the Five Nights at Freddy's games, you've probably heard it has to do with dead children possessing animatronics. And while the rules of it aren't explicitly
wish I could, like,
laid
grab
out
it
here, at least not in the
after
video
this, but I
games
just can't.
themselves, it seems that if a child is killed by an animatronic or a piece of their body is put into that animatronic after death, that their soul possesses the animatronic itself. You can essentially think of it as a haunt or a haunted house. If someone dies in a derelict mansion, then they haunt that derelict mansion. If someone dies and their body is put inside of an animatronic, then their spirit possesses that animatronic. And that is exactly what happens here. While we do not know the details of how or why or what happened, either because Fredbear killed Evan or potentially afterwards William put pieces or all of Evan's body into Fredbear, Evan's spirit possessed the Fredbear animatronic. See, now the color coding makes sense. This wasn't just a Sunday school teacher gimmick to make the letters look cool, it had a purpose, because now Evan is the spirit of Fredbear. I don't know if you can see the Fredbear good. If I turn the lights off, the reflection isn't there. So yeah, Fredbear is Evan. At least
I actually don't know how this will
I'm not
look as an
sure
emote.
how,
Probably awful, but
perhaps just being around Fredbear,
I don't know.
it seemed
It'll
signs
creative
that his
interpretation, you know.
child was still inside of the suit, or maybe even some kind of weird science that William applied to the suit itself whenever he made it. Either way, it seems that William figured out his son Evan was inside of the Fredbear
Yeah, this is
suit.
basically good
As
enough,
you
you
can
know.
imagine, not only the death of
I want to see. I
William's
just want to see what
child,
it looks
now
like
his child being trapped in a
as an
suit
emote.
of his own invention changed William's life forever. It seems that from here, William wanted to better understand what had happened to Evan.
Hold on, I'm
So
gonna
he began to modify the aforementioned Funtime animatronics with
pause for a moment. Kind of the emote looks, yeah, obviously it looks pretty bad, but like I feel like it could look okay, but I might have to like kind of redraw it. There's just too much like space around. I could upload it anyway. We'll test it out. Perfect. You can't even see what it is, but it's kind of better that way. It forces you to look at it. I think we just leave it out as. I can change it later. Okay, that's emote 1. I think we keep it as is. Hold on a second. Bring it back. Okay, now we need another emote. Spropl helicopter. Any other ideas? What's next?
With the express purpose of trapping another child so that he could figure out how the whole soul possession works. His primary contender in this being an animatronic known as Circus Baby. Circus Baby was specifically designed
Okay, what's the next
with
idea?
a giant claw inside of its chest cavity, as well as sensors that would always calculate and determine how many people were currently in the room. He did this with the intent of Circus Baby managing to get a child alone all by themselves.
Okay, we'll figure out how to make Spropl L.
Grab the child before
I don't know, what would I do?
chest cavity to be killed.
She can die. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
This is, at least according to my timeline, the beginning of
I don't know, what'd I
William's evil
do?
and murderous intent. It seems that the death of his own child pushed William to such extreme lengths that he was now willing to kill another kid in order to either see what happened to his son or perhaps even find a way to bring him back. During the construction of Circus Baby, William's daughter
What if I just make my
Elizabeth
head the
was
heart?
in love
Just
with
go like
him,
this.
probably because it was an animatronic that looked like a young girl and had the ability to serve ice cream. On the opening day of a new Freddy Fazbear sister location known as Circus Baby's Pizza World, Elizabeth managed to get away from her
Go like
father
this.
and go see Circus Baby all by herself. The Circus Baby animatronic, calculating that Elizabeth was the only one in the room, put out a piece of ice cream to serve her before grabbing her and bringing her into her chest, to which Elizabeth was killed.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl, standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move.
Which I did
At
wrong
least,
anyway.
not until she stepped closer.
Stupid. Keep it like
There
this.
was screaming for a moment.
Go like
Only
this.
For a moment. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
We're never shown exactly how William reacted to this, although I imagine this is never what he wanted. In Five Nights at Freddy's 5, also known as Sister Location, Elizabeth mentions many times that her father tried to keep her away, and she specifically went against his will in order to go see Circus Baby by herself. It seems that he didn't want Circus Baby to kill his daughter Elizabeth, however that's exactly what happened. Despite this, however, his plan seemed to work, and the soul of Elizabeth began to possess the animatronic known as
I don't like how this looks.
Now,
I want another
whenever
idea.
Evan died, it was simply seen as an accident. While Michael and his friends caused the death of Evan, they were children as well, and it could be seen as a bullying incident gone wrong. However, when Elizabeth disappeared, that raised a lot more questions. We're told in the games that the sister location known as Circus Baby's Pizza World, again the place where Elizabeth was killed by Circus Baby, we are told that it was closed due to gas leaks. This obviously being a cover-up for this event here. However, there is no way this could have happened without Henry knowing. He was essentially the acting CEO over Fazbear's Entertainment, and there's no way that they would close down the brand new location on the first day due to gas leaks without him knowing any better. What I think happened, and this is supported by things that happened shortly after this, is that Henry found out what William was up to. Whenever William sees that Henry has created a robot whose sole purpose is to bring in children and then kill them, it probably raised a lot of red flags. We're never told this in-game, but perhaps at the same time, Henry also saw that William was trying to rebuild his son Evan, or put Evan back into the Fredbear costume, or whatever I will put you back together means. Either way, Henry was so disgusted, at least by what he saw with Circus Baby, that he took William out of the company. Potentially, Henry never alerted the authorities.
No, so when he was sending me this idea.
One, him and William had been friends for at least 10 years, and 2, William's actions has caused the death of his own daughter, so perhaps Henry saw that as punishment enough. Either way, Henry didn't alert the authorities, but he did kick William out of the business. There is a scene within a minigame in Five Nights at Freddy's 6, also known as...
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
The minigame's called Midnight Motorist, and there is a part in it whenever you're playing as a little sprite that is believed to be William Afton. Again, everything in this entire series is entirely circumstantial. And while playing as William Afton, you walk up to a building called Junior's. Now, a place called Junior's is never mentioned anywhere else in the series. However, general consensus is that Junior's is the first offshoot location of Fredbear's Family Diner, which is a place known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So whenever William goes to the
What if I just like
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the worker at the front door says, "You know you can't be here, don't make this any harder than it has to be." Which means the person at the front door, either Henry or an employee of Henry, recognizes William and says, "You can't be here, don't make this worse than it has to be." A lot of people say that minigame takes place during the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. However, I don't agree due to something I'll mention in a minute. In the rest of that Midnight Motorist minigame, it seems that William goes home, to which someone on the couch tells him, quote, "Leave him alone, he's had a rough day." Before William goes to someone's room, yells at them to let him in,
We just make it an egg.
walks outside and sees that whoever was in the room broke the window and went to, quote, "that place again." Now, this is all speculation because most of the stuff in this series is speculation. What are you going to do? It seems to me like this person sitting on the couch is probably William's wife, and although she's never seen in the series again, that's the only character that can make sense here. And the child that he is berating is his only surviving child.
Wow. Minus
Michael's now
1K.
terrified by his father and remorseful for the actions that he himself committed that led to the death of Evan. Perhaps whenever William says that Michael is going to that place again, he's referencing Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, because maybe Michael's trying to figure out what happened to his sister.
Egg.
Like I said, that was speculation, but it makes the most sense to me. The core takeaway from it is that William is now being kicked out of the locations that he helped create by his business partner, Henry. And while Henry was in his right to do so, I mean, he found William with a child scooping animatronic that he built. Like, you can't let that guy keep working around children. Henry becomes paranoid of the idea that William will try to retaliate. During this time, William makes a new animatronic. An animatronic known as the marionette or just the puppet. This puppet is designed for the
Put a hat on
express
it.
purpose of protecting.
What if I don't even make this me? I'm just gonna
Charlie, also known
make
as
it an
Charlie.
egg.
One day, William, perhaps in the midst of a rage towards his business partner Henry, William decides that he is going to take from Henry what William had accidentally taken from himself. Again, as we can see from many games placed throughout the video game series, one day Charlie is locked outside, to which William Afton pulls up in his vehicle, kills the young child, before driving away and leaving her body in an alley. Now, normally, the marionette puppet would have stopped this from happening, as its entire purpose is to follow Charlie around and protect her. However, during this event, it seems that the puppet was trapped and unable to get to Charlie until it was too late. Eventually, the puppet works its way outside in order to find the young girl, to which whenever the puppet gets there, the deed has already been done. The puppet, unable to do anything else, lies down next to Charlie, to which it seems through whatever supernatural means is filled throughout this narrative, the spirit of Charlie possesses the puppet. Perhaps William killed Charlie outside that day because it was just a moment of opportunity, or perhaps he did it away from the animatronics because at this point 2 of his own children had been killed in the proximity of an animatronic and their soul had been taken into it. And perhaps William killed Charlie outside in order to prevent her from possessing an animatronic. However, despite his efforts, as noted here, the spirit of Charlie now possesses the marionette puppet. I like the idea of Charlie being the first murder victim of William, not only because it matches the story more and it makes the first intentional kill more purposeful, but in the events that follow, the animatronics are only possessed because the puppet attaches that spirit to each animatronic. So in order for any of the victims to possess future animatronics, the puppet has to be dead first. Not only that, but a line that Henry says in Pizzeria Simulator heavily implies that his child was the first victim of William's killing spree.
Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this.
So due to Charlie's death, the restaurant is shut down. A couple years later, it reopens as the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I think it is shortly after the reopening of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that the missing children's incident occurs. For those that don't know, there is a mention in the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, and at the time this was the only lore for the overall series that we ever got, in which a newspaper clipping says that 5 children went missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and that's the reason it got shut down. That Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that got shut down because 5 children went missing is the current pizza place that I'm talking about in the timeline. And I'll pull the timeline back up in a second to look at, but I want to add the final names to this board first. But in short, we have the original Fredbear's Family Diner, and then we have some restaurants.
I'm still waiting for Mouse to send me
Pizza
this
World that
thing.
opened and get closed, and maybe some other projects that we're not told about in the series. But after Fredbear's, we get Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Charlie is killed outside of it, so it is shut down and now reopened. It is shortly after this reopening I think the missing children's incident occurs, and here's why. Whenever you are playing as the security guard, a man by the name of Jeremy Fitzgerald in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Phone Guy, or the guy who is giving you the instructional messages over the phone, says that you are at the new reopened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
And over the course of that week, he says that an investigation is taking place.
Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know.
Now we know that the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that week that you're playing as the security guard, take place in 1987. Most people say that the missing children's incident happened before the old restaurant was ever shut down, or in other words, around the same time that Charlie was killed. However, that wouldn't make sense if it's a current ongoing investigation. Think about it, if the children disappeared in 1985 and all that time had passed, why would the investigation now just be starting in 1987? We know that the investigation is not over the bite of 87 because that happens at the end of the work week. Also, to make sure everyone's still in the loop, in the original Five Nights at Freddy's game, which takes place after the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I know there's prequels and sequels all over the place. The phone guy in the first game mentions that the old location, the location from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, was shut down due to something known as the Bite of 87, in which an animatronic bit out someone's frontal lobe.
They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the Bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know?
So a lot of people say, oh, well, the investigation that's happening over the course of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is the Bite of 87. But like I said, that happens to Jeremy Fitzgerald, the security guard you play as in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, at the end of the work week. So what is the investigation happening over the course of the week itself? Well, on the 4th night in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the phone guy says there is an investigation happening. On the 5th night, he says that the business is on lockdown. And then finally on the 6th night, he says that you're not even supposed to be here. Someone used one of the yellow suits in the back, and now none of the animatronics are acting right.
Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially concerning any previous employees. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right.
We find out in later installments that what had happened during this time is William Afton donned his Spring Bonnie or Golden Bunny suit that he used to wear back at Fredbear's before luring children into the back room and killing them one by one. We don't know William's motives for doing this. Perhaps he was doing it to try to experiment on the same conditions that caused 2 of his children to possess animatronics, or perhaps it was just an evil bloodlust that set in after the now death of 3 children in his life, one of them directly murdered by him. Either way, 5 children were killed, and it seems that in order to cover his tracks, William stuffed their bodies inside.
Well, if it's so good, you better send it to me.
The building itself. I believe that this missing children's incident, or in other words, the murder of 5 children, occurred immediately before Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and that is the investigation Phone Guy's referring to which at the end of the week he says someone wore one of the yellow suits and now none of the animatronics are acting right. It's even mentioned at this Five Nights at Freddy's 2 that they trashed the old animatronics and got brand new ones in, known as the toy animatronics. And those old ones seem to be a perfect place to store the bodies of his victims. Remember earlier how I said the Midnight Motorist minigame is believed by most to occur during Five Nights at Freddy's 2? And the reason William isn't allowed back into the building is because he would have just murdered 5 children? Well, the reason I don't think that's the case is because if you go all the way back to the first game, and again, read the newspaper clipping about the missing children's incident, it says that the suspect who wore the costume has been identified and apprehended. Of course, he was never convicted because they couldn't find the bodies. I don't know why they never checked the reeking animatronics, but that's besides the point. So if Midnight Motorist takes place during the investigation of the children that William had murdered, which, keep in mind, during the course of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 all happened in the span of about a week, there is no way William would have got to the pizza restaurant and been turned away because he currently would have been in police custody. And also, I know this is being like super hypercritical of specific story moments, which doesn't always work, but I still think it's kind of weird. If William had just murdered 5 children, and this isn't like debatable if he murdered 5 children, this is he was identified and arrested and they just can't find the bodies to convict him. But it's known by everyone around that William killed those kids. I think him, when he's supposed to be in police custody, coming to the door of the restaurant and then the bouncer being like, hey, you shouldn't be around here. Doesn't that seem like a very like low power push off to a guy who just murdered 5 kids in your restaurant? That sounds much more like William was doing some shady stuff and accidentally killed his own daughter and got kicked out. Not he murdered 5 kids like last week. And again, he should be at police custody at this point. Midnight Motorist happens before the death of Charlie, not during Five Nights at Freddy's 2. You can fight me about it. We find out these names from a point later in the series, but the 5 children who were killed by William Afton during the incident were Gabriel, Fritz, Susie, Jeremy, and Cassidy. And those children were placed into the bodies and subsequently possessed Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and Fredbear respectively. Now, it's not known if William put the bodies into the animatronics or that's indicated in the puppet minigames throughout the series that the puppet, now being possessed by Charlie, went through and attached each of those children to the animatronics themselves. Or more specifically, we know that the puppet was responsible for giving life to these kids. We don't know if that means some more spiritual or metaphorical action, or if the puppet took the murder victims and placed them inside of the animatronics. Either way, the bodies couldn't be found because the bodies of the children were inside of the animatronics themselves. Again, we don't know if the puppet or William did that. Like I said, according to my timeline, this happens immediately before the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So the reason that the animatronics are trying to kill the security guard Jeremy Fitzgerald in that game is because 5 of them are possessed by the spirits of children murdered by William Afton. As we see in several of the flashback minigames, William Afton is depicted as a purple figure, also known as Purple Guy, wearing a security badge. So it's more than likely that William gained access to the restaurant and was able to kill these kids and don the Spring Bonnie suit because he pretended to be a security guard and wore the purple security guard vest. This would explain why 5 children who have recently been killed try to kill the first person they see wearing a purple security uniform. The phone guy phone calls that I've mentioned are pretty much the only way that the character gets any world or lore relevance for the first couple games. At the end of the Night 6 phone call, Phone Guy tells Jeremy, again the security guard that you're playing as, that he has one job left to do before the restaurant closes down for a while. That job is he has to watch over a children's birthday party the next day and make sure he wears his purple security uniform and stand very close to the animatronics.
We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform, stay close to the animatronics, and make sure they don't hurt anyone.
This causes the event on the final day of the restaurant's opening, known as the Bite of 87, in which one of the animatronics bites Jeremy Fitzgerald, ripping out his frontal lobe. This, as you can imagine, was very bad PR for the company, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shut down at the time for good. And then on the 7th night, the final night that the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is opened, a new security guard comes in to work only one night by the name of Fritz Smith. Fritz is never mentioned anywhere else in the timeline, although it's weird that in a restaurant where people are actively dying due to the animatronics, some random guy would come in to work one night. For reasons I'm going to explain later, I believe Fritz Smith is an alias for Michael Afton, who is now out and trying to find answers to his father's wrongdoings. The last thing I want to mention before I put the timeline back up is that if you'll notice here, Cassidy is said to possess Fredbear. But if you'll also look up here, Evan is also possessing Fredbear. All the animatronics in the series that have been possessed can move around on their own free will except for Fredbear. The primary belief for this is, if you'll remember, the Fredbear costume is both a costume and an animatronic. So if you were to have it set on costume mode and just laying in a corner and someone's to possess that, they can't move and are essentially stuck inside of a decrepit mascot uniform.
What, the video just closed? I don't know why I did that.
Ones who are possessed
Yeah, I
are
mean, he's not really,
animatronics
he's kind of
and
mostly
they
just
can
saying
move
things, so
about
it's not like
of their
that
free
big a
will.
deal.
In the Five Nights at Freddy's survival logbook, yes, that's a real phrase I just said out loud. Without going into all the specifics, it seems that there is a conversation taking place between two hidden authors on the pages themselves. For example, there will be faded text asking, "Do you remember your name?" and then responses written in the text elsewhere in the book.
This is a good emote.
It's two people having a conversation with each other, and without going into the nitty-gritty of how this was determined, because again, it was a lot. By the way, I didn't mention this enough earlier. Big shout out to Game Theory, also known as MatPat. Like, I understand he has also done the thing I mentioned where people get hyper-focused on the details and forget the story, but none of this would be possible without the amount of work and research that guy and his community has done to figure out all of this information, to the point where a lot of the flippant facts that I'm giving you wouldn't be known if it wasn't for his videos. So gotta respect your forerunners that came before you. So again, thank you, MatPat. But due to work mostly done by him, it is determined that there are two souls possessing the Fredbear animatronic. These two souls being Cassidy and Evan, as mentioned earlier. And also, they can't move. They're just stuck in a suit talking to each other. So that's, pretty sad. Alright, so just to recap everyone to make sure we're on the same page. 1970, William and Henry start Fredbear's Family Diner. In the 80s, the business expands into several restaurants and more of a corporate entity. In 1983 is when the events of FNAF 4 happened, where Michael kills Evan using the mouth of the Fredbear animatronic, and all of the nightmares that Evan have take place during that time. Because of this, William builds the Circus Baby animatronic with the intention to kill and kidnap a child. And I say both in 1983, they were probably in the same year, maybe 1984, whatever. So in 1983, Circus Baby kills Elizabeth. And shortly after that, the events of Midnight Motorist take place, where Henry kicks William out of the business. This causes William to get angry and Henry to get paranoid, so Henry builds the puppet to protect Charlie, or Charlotte as I have said here, to which William then kills Charlie, and the puppet is possessed by the spirit of Charlie. Because of that,
Yeah, I want to adjust this a little bit. So the audio just
Immediately,
completely
the
dipped
bite
for some
phase
reason.
7 occurs, which is when during the day shift, one of the animatronics bites Jeremy Fitzgerald's frontal lobe out, technically not killing him because it's mentioned in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 that someone can live without a frontal lobe, but that doesn't mean he lived well or for very long afterwards. I have spring lock failures mentioned here. That doesn't mean directly in 1987. Whenever we get to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, there's a mention on one of the recorded tapes that one of the restaurants was shut down for having several spring lock failures.
After learning of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple and simultaneous spring lock failures, the company has deemed the system temporarily unfit for employees.
And then finally, on the final night that the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is opened, Michael comes to work as the night guard on night 7 under the alias of Fritz Smith before he is fired when the place is shut down. You good? Did that all make sense? We good?
Yeah, it made sense.
Good, because now I'm on to the first game. No, I'm not kidding. We're now ready to talk about the original Five Nights at Freddy's. Do you see why this is so confusing? People give creators like MatPat and stuff a hard time for this, but like if you were in it whenever this was happening, you had to just totally guess about everything I just said because we got rough hints and newspaper clippings as to what happened. Like, yeah, a lot of the theories got kind of ridiculous and out there, but man, there was so much we were filling in the gaps for. So now we are finally to the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 occurring in 1993. In it, a security guard by the name of Mike Schmidt gets a night job at the reopened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So last time, I'll go through the restaurants, at least for now. We had Fredbear's Family Diner, which is the one where Evan got his head chopped and then that shut down. We had Fredbear and Friends, which is the one where Charlie was murdered outside of, and that got shut down. We then had Freddy Fazbear's Pizza open, which is where 5 children were murdered, and one security guard had the front part of his brain taken out, and that was shut down. And now finally, we have Freddy Fazbear's Pizza reopening, and Michael working as the security guard. The reason I'm so confident in saying that Michael is Mike Schmidt is because, for one, Mike's name is Mike. And also, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's 1, whenever Fritz and Mike are fired, on the pink fire slip, it says that they were fired due to odor. While this probably started out as just a joke in the first one, I think it is enough of a clue in to tell us that this is the same person. And also, it makes the most sense for a storyline. Because if these guys aren't Michael, then in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, some random guy showed up for one night to fight for his life against animatronics and then never showed up again. And then in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, you have a guy who is almost being murdered by animatronics every night he's working there, but then comes back to work the next day. It only makes sense to me if this is Michael who is braving these horrors in order to try to right his father's wrongs, or at least figure out what happened to his father. It's like Chekhov's gun. It would be completely pointless to introduce 2 characters who never show up again and have no other plot relevance when you can have one character fill both of those roles and make the story more meaningful. Anyway, it's mentioned by Phone Guy in the original Five Nights at Freddy's that they took the animatronics from the FNAF 2 location, the old decrepit ones, and gave them a remodel, and those are now the animatronics they're using on stage. So, in other words, the animatronics that are possessed by the dead children just got a remodel, and now they're back on stage again. And once again, the reason they are trying to kill you, the player, which is also you, Michael Afton, is because you're dressed in the security uniform of the man that killed them. And probably, since it's Michael, also looks a little bit like him too. I also didn't mention this earlier. There's a lot of people who say William's real tally is like 10 children that he murdered. However, that doesn't show up anywhere in the story, and the main reason they say that is so all of the animatronics that try to attack you in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the toy animatronics and the old ones, are all possessed, so that would make sense. However, it's mentioned by the Phone Guy in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 that the toy animatronics have a facial recognition system that is connected to a criminal database so that they will be able to alert anyone or know if there's any predators among the children. At least that's what Phone Guy says, who's to say they can't also attack people linked to that database. And since the puppet was there at Five Nights at Freddy's 2, remember the one that started all of this, and we know that the puppet can manipulate animatronics, at the very least Charlie put the bodies of the children into the old animatronics so that they'd be possessed. What's to say the puppet didn't change the facial recognition so that they would just kill anyone in a security guard uniform? Again, that would also explain the bite of 87. And, like, especially when you see where the story goes from here, and very specifically where the story ends, it doesn't make any sense if there's, like, another 5 children whose souls are just out there somewhere. It makes a lot more sense if the only children Michael killed were Charlie, and then the 5 children at the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 location. Also, everyone wants to say in, like, all the theories I looked at, that William killed a bunch of kids down here, I guess because he was in like a silly, goofy mood. Because everyone tries their hardest, and I'm not talking about anyone specifically, this is just like the general air from the community. Everyone tries so hard to make this story as one-dimensional as possible and just say, William, bad, he killed kids here, he killed kids again, and that's it. And while yes, William bad, it is William reason for bad that I think is interesting, and the reason that this story's always intrigued me. His son was killed by his other son using an invention of his own making, and then he lost his mind trying to figure out how his son's soul could be preserved that led to the death of his daughter and then everything afterwards. The story becomes much more interesting when you view this as humans with motives rather than just insert generic bad guy, killed child on to scene 2. Anyway, so the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 takes place, in which you can see the 4 animatronics, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Freddy coming to kill you, as well as apparitions of Fredbear, known to most of the community as Golden Freddy. Whenever you take into account that Evan could be the spirit inside of Fredbear, it becomes much more impactful whenever Fredbear says, "It's me," to Michael Afton. Because that is Michael's younger brother who he killed, pointing out to him, "It's me," over and over again before killing him in his office. At least, you know, if you lose the game. But during this entire time, William is released by the police. Again, they have the camera footage of him being the last one seen with the children, but they can't find the bodies and can't pin anything on him. So shortly after the events of the first Five Nights at Freddy's, William goes to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in order to cover up his evidence. This is the flashback games that we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where William goes into the restaurant and begins disassembling the animatronics. Now we find out later in Sister Location that he took pieces of those animatronics and then rebuilt them into the framework of the Funtime animatronics. If you'll remember, Circus Baby was one of those, which was this private collection he had made. And now he is disassembling the animatronics that are possessed by the spirits of the children he killed and reassembling them into these animatronics.
Spropl egg will be back. It just had to be temporarily removed.
Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
I was trying to redo it, and it says it's up for approval now. It's pending approval, probably because it's just like.
Before the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 5, also known as Sister Location, because in Sister Location, all of the old animatronics have been reassembled by William into these new.
I just want to make it more visible, I guess. Even though the helicopter's not, it's kind of funny that way.
There's no way he could have done that after the flashbacks. It had to be during. Because at the end of this minigame, we see the souls of the animatronics that William had been disassembling and attack William himself. Within the ruins of the derelict Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, William becomes frightened and decides to hide inside of the Spring Bonnie suit. However, if you'll remember, these suits are designed so that the animatronic components can be twisted to the sides in order to make room for someone to step into the costume. However, there is a mention in the series that if these suits get old or wet, there is a chance of a spring lock failure. Or in other words, the animatronic components shooting back into place while someone is still wearing it. So as William puts on the old suit in order to shield himself from the children,
Rip Bozo. You know, I think I'm probably just gonna wait for Mouse's thing,
Spring lock failure. And as the spirits
and
of
then
the
I'm probably
children
gonna
he
end.
murdered slip away, William bleeds to death in the now
So Mouse can
abandoned
stall the
Freddy
stream, but
Fazbear's Pizza. I don't want to take the
I'm
timeline back down, and I don't even know
I'll think of
how
other
much
stuff
of this you can
later.
see whenever I hang it up. But as you can see here, I have William listed on the bottom as Springtrap. Springtrap is the name that people give Spring Bonnie after William possesses the suit, because the rules still apply. If you die inside of a suit or your body's inside of it, you are now the possessed soul who is controlling that suit. So William now exists as one of these derelict souls controlling Spring Bonnie, again known as Springtrap. In events we see later in the game, someone in control
send me
of
the
Freddy
emote if
Fazbear's Pizza decides
done.
to wall up all of the old rooms in the old business locations.
Spropl egg is temporarily dead because I tried to re-upload it and I think it just made it. It'll be back. You just have to give it a little bit.
That someone most definitely has to be Henry. So around 1995, William is entombed in the back room of an abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, now possessing the suit.
In the meantime, I'll just
Springtrap.
upload to Spropl
It is
Gaming and
at this
Spropl
point
Poland
that sister location
as the other
Five Nights at
emotes,
Freddy's 5 takes place.
because
The reason
just
it
to
has
fill the
happen
space.
here is because William dies, or at least stops living, and starts possessing a suit that has his decomposing corpse in it at the end of these Five Nights at Freddy's 3 minigames. So he couldn't have put the spirits of the dead children or components of their suits into the Funtime animatronics after that happened. And because we see him taking apart the animatronics in
This
those
emote better be
videos,
good,
I'm
Mouse.
going to say that he disassembled them and then reassembled them into the Funtime animatronics at the same time. So shortly after William dies,
You
and
really-
gets walled up into
Did you
the
actually
bathroom
spend
of
all that time
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza,
doing that just for
Michael
me to?
decides to go figure out more about what his father was doing. It's there that Michael goes to an underground
kidding me?
storage facility that is specifically made for the Fazbear Entertainment rental animatronics. The animatronics that are found down there are the Funtime animatronics themselves, including Circus Baby.
I don't think I have
At the
to.
time,
I don't
it's
think I'm
being
being forced to do
possessed
anything
by
here.
Michael's younger sister, Elizabeth. This is where we get a lot of the information that indicates how Elizabeth died, how the Funtime animatronics were made, and stuff I've already mentioned. So, to very briefly describe the events that happened in Sister Location, the Funtime animatronics are essentially trapped in this underground storage facility and want a way out. So in order to do that, Circus Baby tricks Michael into helping them escape. The way Circus Baby ends up doing this is by bringing Michael to something known as a scooping room, which is where a giant machine is located that pulls out the
You worked hard.
animatronics and leaves just the skin present. And this is like, I know we're
I
talking
will
about a
very,
children
very
possessing
reluctantly
animatronics
add
and
it.
then, like, devices made to like scoop children into them and all that. But this is the most outlandish detail of the story to me, because I can accept all the possessed, haunting child stuff. It's the biology, anatomy, survival rates that I have a problem with. So it seems that the scooping machine scoops Michael, or at least rips a chunk of him out, and then pieces from all of the Funtime animatronics join together in a creature known as Innard. Innard is, like I said, all of the Funtime animatronics together in one collection.
Struggling to
mass,
download a little bit.
and
I don't know what's
Innard
happening.
enters in to Michael somehow. I guess they say that the scooper like ripped out part of his gut, and then Innard crawled into his gut. I don't know. And then Innard, effectively wearing Michael as a skin suit, wears Michael around until his body can't take it, and then Innard leaves. Now, I know there's explanations in the books that have to do with, oh, well, there's this substance that can keep a spirit alive, and it's called remnant, and there's all this weird voodoo stuff. They tried to make possession and all that into a science, like something tangible, and I think that's pretty lame, and it's also not in the video game, so I choose to ignore it. But the short version is all the animatronics combine into Innard, a chunk of Michael is ripped out, Innard goes inside of that until...
I also wasn't drawing the images on like the biggest thing, which I probably should be doing, but
still survives.
I might
So,
remake them if I
effectively,
want.
all of the animatronics are now free.
You can
and
add it to
roaming
Twitch like
around
this. I'm just having troubles like
do
downloading
whatever
it.
they
It's
wanna
not
do.
like
This is
I don't
mentioned
know.
in
I
the
don't know what's
later
happening.
games, but shortly after Innard escaped from Michael.
Actually, I
Because
kind of
remember,
hold on.
Innard's now
I
a
think I just have to
collective
do this.
consciousness of all of the Funtime animatronics. They kicked out Elizabeth, which is Circus Baby at the time, for some reason. I don't believe it's ever particularly said. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it may be because
Hold
Elizabeth
on.
is the daughter
That didn't
of
work.
William Afton, the one that killed all of them, so they're not particularly fond of that. Either way, Elizabeth, aka Circus Baby, reassembles her original form out of scrap metal and becomes a kind of junk version of herself known as Scrap Baby. Innard, which again is the collective consciousness of all of the children murdered by William, except for the puppet Charlie, we'll get to her in a minute, decides that the best way to continue survival is to scavenge parts and try to appear as a normal animatronic, or at least a sustainable one. So they do, and Innard converts itself into a creature known as Molten Freddy. And then if you'll look at the timeline, there is a
Should I named any of these
30-year
images?
gap in time. Like, the events of Sister Location probably happened somewhere around 1995, and then nothing happens until 2023. I don't know of any stories in the series that say they killed anyone during this time period, but having like a collective conscious of murdered children roaming around the sewers is probably a bad thing. And it becomes an especially bad thing whenever in 2023 when the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 happens. See, by the year 2023, everything that happened on this side had become a local folk legend. It became a big story of, oh, here's the abandoned pizza place where all those children were murdered. So
You might have just seen it there.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and remade it into a spooky horror attraction known as Fazbear Frights, where at the attraction they get a bunch of old Fazbear Entertainment merchandise and hang it up everywhere in order to give the whole creepy abandoned pizzeria vibe. This is all well and good until the phone guy says that they recovered a full animatronic that was locked up in one of the walled-off back rooms.
But I have an even better surprise for you. You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one.
And sure enough, that animatronic they found was William Afton, still alive and possessing the animatronic that is carrying his own corpse that for the past 30 years has been stuck in a walled-off room. So the people at Fazbear Frights think this is a great find and decide to set it up as part of the attraction, and that's where
This feels terrible to upload.
it's the security position at Fazbear Frights, again trying to figure out what's going on. Keep in mind 30 years have passed too, so at this point he's a fully grown man who's determined to figure out what his dad did.
Father, it's me, Michael. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for
That's the emo if you want to see it. It's actually not uploaded now. It's pending as well. So unlucky, you can't see it right now as an emote.
And throughout the course of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we get the full story of what happened to William Afton and how he came to possess the Springtrap animatronic, yada yada. Until on the final night of this Fazbear Frights location, it seems that Michael tries to burn down the building with his father in it. However, it doesn't work and William manages to get free after 30 years of being locked up. So now by the year 2023, we have William, who is running around as the animatronic Springtrap. We have Molten Freddy, which is the collective conscious of all of the children William killed, again except for Charlie. We have Charlie as the puppet, also running around doing God knows what. And we have Circus Baby, who was kicked out of Molten Freddy and is now existing as her own animatronic.
The emote's awful, but I'll add it because you worked hard on it, you know. That is in my opinion.
Especially now that William's free to do whatever he wants. And it seems that Henry, who at this point has been quiet for a pretty good while in the story, has decided that he's going to do something about it. So Henry opens up a brand new restaurant, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Opening a restaurant under a title that up until this point, as seen by Fazbear Frights, has some pretty bad blood attached to it. However, Henry doesn't care, and it seems he's just starting another pizza restaurant, to which Michael is immediately hired as security guard. As soon as the restaurant is opened, old animatronics start to show up in the back alley of the restaurant.
There is another aspect to your end-of-day routine, and that is inspecting and salvaging any animatronics found in the alley outside the back door. Things are found here quite often, and while we aren't sure why, what we do know is that they can be used for parts, which can mean a much-needed revenue boost before starting your next day.
These animatronics include Circus Baby, Molten Freddy, and Springtrap, who at the time to all the other workers just seemed to be old decrepit animatronics that it seems somebody threw out or left behind the restaurant in case the restaurant wanted them. As the player, you have the choice in this game, which we're now to Five Nights at Freddy's 6, by the way, of what animatronics
I don't know. Okay.
to bring into the restaurant. And
Yeah, I think I'm done for today. The video's not even loading. I guess I have to finish the video, don't I? Is anyone watching the video? I'm kinda not.
Ending of the story, you have to bring all of the animatronics into the building. The game also heavily suggests to you that the purpose of
I don't know when the emotes get accepted, so like...
I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
It seems that the animatronics are interested in whatever it is Henry's doing and have each made their way to the pizzeria one by one. Henry created the pizzeria as essentially bait in order to lure all of them back in. That is, except for one animatronic that Henry knew would not be interested in falling into
True.
the trap, and that is the puppet, which is possessed by his own daughter, Charlie. To take care of her, Henry built an animatronic known as Lefty, an animatronic built with the sole purpose of catching the
Can't
puppet
download like
animatronic.
the other emotes
Again,
correctly.
if you
I don't
didn't
know what's
about all the
happening.
Story or everything happening before, that's like a really weird detail in the later games. But again, here it makes sense because he's trying to get all the animatronics under one roof, and he knew that the puppet would probably be resistant to it, so he made an animatronic specifically.
Video just won't stay up
And
now.
then on the final night of the pizzeria, as Michael is being attacked by the animatronics, Circus Baby begins to tell Michael of how she's going to kill him.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think
Just go
that
here.
this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Before she is cut off by Henry, now making his presence known. And you know what? Rather than describing what happens next, I'll just let you hear for yourselves.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more.
You know, you guys can watch the end yourself. Last 13 minutes. I want to get off. I don't know what I'm going to do now, but... Okay, lol. I'll figure some stuff out later. I'm not going to raid anyone, I'm just going to get off. I'll think about it, mouse. Alright. I'm kind of tired. Goodbye. That's going to be it. I'll maybe upload the other emotes or something, or fix things.